We're taking a live look at the White House, where President Trump is calling the backlash over the Jeffrey Epstein files a deep state conspiracy. The Justice Department now claiming there is no Epstein client list, with the president calling the files a hoax. NewsNation's Khalil live at the White House as well. Hello, Joe. What is the White House saying today?
So, Hannah, two major developments today from the White House on this story, which they want to sort of put to bed, but clearly that has not happened yet. The president has asked the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, now to release not all of the files, which is what his base is really demanding, but rather to release some sections of the grand jury testimony in the Epstein case. That is a move toward transparency, but some of President Trump's critics say that's not nearly enough. That doesn't hold anyone accountable, and that if those documents were to be unsealed, then what you would have is a lot of material on just Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, and not the alleged rich clients of his that may have committed allegedly sex crimes. So that is what really people have been demanding. We'll see what comes of that legally and how courts might process that. The other major development today is that the White House is threatening to sue the Wall Street Journal. President Trump directly has said that after the Wall Street Journal published a story essentially alleging that President Trump was one of several friends Ghislaine Maxwell reached out to for Jeffrey Epstein's 50th birthday, and that President Trump wrote a letter in the form of a poem. The Wall Street Journal reports there was some adult material in there and sort of an outline of a naked woman. President Trump says this is a fake letter, supposedly to Epstein. These are not my words. I don't talk that way. Also, I do not draw pictures. He also went on to say that he is going to be suing the Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch directly. So flat denial, Hannah, here from the White House on this story.
Yeah, and we know the story isn't going anywhere anytime soon, especially with this Washington Post article. Khalil live at the White House. Thank you so much, Joe.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.